Hello everyone. I think now I'm already live. Okay. Um, I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. So today we are going to start with future tense and remaining stuff from past perfect. Okay. So that is the topic that we will cover, and we will see the conjugation for werden and how to form sentences. Okay. So we will practice with 30-40 sentences, and this class will be for 40 minutes to 45 minutes. Okay, so before we get started, let's give others 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we will get started. In meantime, if you get any doubt or you have got any doubt from the previous class, please feel free to ping in the chat, and we will get those sorted in the process. Yeah. I hope you are already able to see my screen. All right. Let me. Please feel free to ping in the chat whatever you have got, like doubts from the previous classes, and we will get that sorted. All right. Cool. So let's get started. Okay. Without wasting time, I hope you are able to see my screen. Um, Let me share my screen a bit quickly. And yeah, so you are able to see the screen, I hope. And this is the topic that we are going to cover, the future tense and the past perfect. Okay. So sentences like I had gone, or I had met him, or something like that, or in future I will go to Paris, or I have come from, Patna. This we have seen already, right? That's perfect form in present, right? So we will see sentences in future, and also in we will do some revision quickly, and with 30-40 sentences. All right, so let us start with simple sentence like in future. We have already seen, and then not in future, in the present and perfect we have seen. For example, let me see, let me give you sentences like this: I have gone to Paris, right? And we have done the conjugation for haben before, right? Also, I had shown you the conjugation for hatten, okay, the past form, right? So that we will see in this class, and proceed with the sentences in perfect, past perfect. All right, just give me a second. Cool. So here in haben, we have done the conjugation already. Let me quickly go here, and I will show is have, du hast, ergs hat, wir haben, ihr habt, and sie haben. So this sentence we have already seen. This conjugation we have seen for haben. So if I say I have visited my friend, my friend. If I say this sentence, it's very simple, right? You can make like Ich habe meinen Freund besucht. Okay, something like this, right? Very simple. And now if we have to do for past perfect, so how it will be? Let me go a bit up. Okay, so I will say I had, this will change, right? I had gone to Paris. Simple, right? And I had visited my friend. It will be as simple as this, right? Nothing as special about it. Okay, so this in present we have seen present perfect, so I have gone to Paris, and this will change to I had gone to Paris. And here I had visited my friend, and this we have seen I have visited my friend, so this will change to I had visited my friend. So this is the change in past perfect, right? And now it comes down to the conjugation of haben. Let me quickly rub this and then show you the uh, conjugation for hatten, which we have already seen. So it will be a revision quickly, and then we will go to some 5 6 sentences quickly, because there is nothing much in this that we are going to do, right? And then we will jump to werden and form conjugation of werden. Yeah, so this conjugation we will see then, and then the future related sentences. All right. So now, hatten, right? I told you that in past, you just see the haben format, how it changes, right? So let me rub this again. Let me not rub, but keep a simple thing here. So it is for present, and this is for past. Okay. So here, this haben will be hatten, right? So remove this, keep this for is. So it will be is hatte, du hattest, es hatte, wir hatten, ihr hattet, and sie hatten, right? So this is simple. This and this will be same, and this will be same. Is es, right? So is hatte, es also hatte. Du hattest, and wir hatten. This hatten will be same, and ihr hattet will be like this. Just a second. Cool. Cool. So now, if I just give you sentences, for example, okay, let us go to the sentence section, and then we will try to form, sentences. So if I say I had eaten breakfast, right? This conjugation we have seen. So is will be, it will be is, hatte, because I already showed you is, ARGS, just a second, ARGS, is hatte, du hattest, ARGS, hatte, and wir hatten, and Gigi hatten, right? And for ihr, hattet, right? This is the conjugation. There's nothing big about this one, right? So now let us see how to make the sentences for these kind of sentences. So if I say I had eaten, just a second, let me see if someone is pinging something. All right. So if I say I had eaten breakfast, so how will you make this sentence, right? So and this breakfast, to have breakfast is frühstücken, frühstücken, okay, frühstücken, right? I'm just getting a ping. Let me see who is this. Yeah. So no one. So now let us see the conjugation for this. It is simple, right? This is what you are conjugating. Rest everything is this or whatever the format. So this will be is hatte gefrühstückt. Gefrühstückt. Okay. So is hatte gefrühstückt. So I had, eaten breakfast. So Frühstück is breakfast. Frühstücken is to have breakfast. Okay, to eat breakfast. So if I say she had cleaned the room, right? So to clean the room is to sauber machen or putzen. Right? Let me rub this here. Putzen. Just a second. Putzen. Okay. Putzen. So now this is a regular one. So you remove this one and put ge in the beginning. Ge putzt and then te. Right. So I will say for z c it is hatte. So I will say z hatte and the room is das Zimmer. Right. Sie hatte das Zimmer geputzt. I hope this is clear. Okay. Just a second. All right. So we will say take 10 example and explain and then move to future. Okay. And then we will call it a day. All right. So Sie hatte das Zimmer geputzt. And now I'm saying we had visited the museum. Museum is das Museum and to visit is besuchen. Okay. So let me rub this. So slowly in the process, you have to learn few verbs. Okay. And the perfect form. Yeah. Hattet. Yeah, hattet. All right. So besuchen is not like other. There you put ge and te. It will be different here. The perfect form. Okay. So this will be besucht. Besucht. Okay. This is the format. So I will say we had visited the museum. So how I can say make this sentence? Okay. So I will say wir hatten. We already know for wir, right? Wir hatten das Museum, Museum besucht. 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 Okay. I hope there is no doubt till here. Okay. This is very, very important to keep in mind that some verbs are different. Okay. It is not always like, ge plus root plus te or en. Okay. Some verbs are different. So besuchen is a different verb. So it will be besucht. Perfect form is besucht. So I'm telling wir hatten das Museum besucht. I hope there's no problem with the conjugation for hatten. So I'm repeating again, okay, which we have already seen in the last class, but I'm repeating again. Okay, so is hatte, that means I had. Okay, ergs hatte, du hattest, wir hatten, sie hatten, ihr hattet. Okay, so if you go on the top little bit, I have already shown you for those who have missed. So first form you have to see the hatte. Okay, and for do you have to add st, and args will be same like is. So this also will be args hatte, and for wir it will be same form, original form, hatten. Okay, so wir and GG also will be same. So wir hatten, GG hatten. This is they and this is formal you. Okay, formal you. So hatten. And for this one, you have to just add te in is format. Okay, so ihr hattet. So I'm saying is hatte, du hattest, es hatte, wir hatten, ihr hattet. Okay, and GG hatten. So I had, you had, he, she, it had, we had, and you guys had, and they have, and you had formal. I hope there's no doubt in this thing, right? So now let us come back to this thing. Okay. All right. So next one, we will see the fourth one. Okay. So they had finished the work. To finish is what? Beenden. Beenden. If you are not knowing these verbs, don't worry. I have created 200 verbs. Okay. You can watch and practice. You will know all these verbs. Okay. Okay, so our target is to understand the perfect form of past. Okay, so now for this you have to see they had. So G, let me go a little bit up so that you can see the conjugation. Sorry about this. All right. So for G, you see this is hatten, right? So I will say Z hatten. What G hatten? The work. Work is the Arbeit. Sie hatten die Arbeit beendet. Beendet. I hope there's no doubt in this. Okay, like besucht, this is beendet. Te will be at the end. Beenden was the verb. Beenden. Okay, so you remove this putte, beendet. Okay, so you can say sie hatten die Arbeit beendet. So they had, finished their work. Okay, or also you can say like this. Let me take another color to explain you. Okay, you can also say like this. First of all, let me rub this. You can say sie hatten mit der Arbeit beendet. Okay, like they had done, they had, done with their work. Okay, you can say something like this. Okay, you can say sie hatten, not for this. I'm making sentence for this itself. Sie hatten mit der Arbeit beendet. And how it is mit der Arbeit? I will explain you in next class again. Okay. So mit is preposition which changes this to, dative. It is dative. Okay. Always. So die Arbeit will change to der Arbeit. Okay. So I can also say sie hatten mit der Arbeit beendet. Okay. I hope this sentence is clear. There's no doubt in this. Okay. For those who are coming late, I'm just reiterating this conjugation for I had. We are practicing some 10 example for past perfect form. Okay, and then we will go to future. Okay, so conjugation for hatten, that is had, is hatte, du hattest, st, ergs hatte, wir hatten, gg hatten, ihr hattet. Okay, only t is coming in this. Okay, so there's no surprise. We have already seen this, but I'm reiterating for those who are not present, who were not present in the last class. Now, so this sentence you see, he had, right? So what will be the first thing that should come in your mind? Er hatte. You see, the form is er hatte. So I will say er hatte. What he has lost. To lose is verlieren. Verlieren is to lose. Okay. These verbs, if you are not knowing, don't worry. You have to just practice and you will remember these verbs. Okay. So one by one. Okay. So the perfect form of this is verloren. Okay. This you have to just remember. And this sentence, how we will make? Er hatte seine Schlüssel verloren. Verloren. Okay. Is there any doubt in this part? Er hatte seine Schlüssel verloren. Okay. Now, let me give you a very simple example and then we will move on to next thing. All right. I had written a letter. Okay. This is most simple of all. Okay. This is most simple of all. So if I say I had written a letter, so how we will make schreiben, right? So schreiben is the verb, okay? And conjugation will happen only for hatten. So I will say is hatte einen Brief, a letter, right? This is a letter. So this is der Brief. So this will change to den Brief, or ein Brief will change to einen Brief. Okay. This will get changed to einen Brief because this is accusative, right? So he has written a letter. So letter is masculine, der Brief. Okay. Der Brief or ein Brief. So that will change to einen Brief. Okay. And written, right? So schreiben, this will change to ge plus schrieben. Geschrieben. Okay, not te here. So I will say is hatte einen Brief geschrieben. Geschrieben. I hope There is no doubt in this part. Okay. Now, I have given you some example already. Let me take a simple sentence now. Okay. And then we will just call it a day after covering the future tense. Okay. Now, she had lived this. Okay. We will just see sentences like this one. Okay. And this one, this one. Okay. And this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, these sentences we will see, and then we will move to future. Okay, so now already I have told you that, let me just, so whatever I have ticked, we will cover only this. Okay, now. Okay, remaining you can try and put it in the comment later after this class. So now let me put again: is hata, is hata, do hardest, I had, you had, he, she, it, right? AGS, auk, hata. This is same like is, right? So is hata, do hardest, ARGS, hata, wir hatten, Gigi hatten, and ihr hattet. Okay, there's no problem with the conjugation. Now let us move. Just a second, let me select a different color so that I can explain you better. So this conjugation part you have to remember. Okay, okay, because we are conjugating the helping verb. This will not change, the last one. What will change? The third form, that perfect form we have to make. So kaufen, let us see the verb first. So to buy is kaufen. So I had explained you already, take the root. Okay, kauf, and put ge in the beginning and put te in the end. Okay, if it is a regular verb. Okay, so there's no problem with this one. So gekauft. Now this will remain the same always. Okay, what will change? The conjugation of helping verb. So I'm saying he had bought a ticket. So first you make he had. So er hatte. You see, is hatte, ergs also hatte. So he had. What he has done? Purchased or bought. So forget about ticket. Just make the sentence for he had bought. So how I can say er hatte gekauft. I already told you this, right? The bought form of um, past perfect form of buy is gekauft. Okay, so I'm saying er hatte gekauft. So what he has purchased? A ticket. That will come here. The object will come here. So first subject and then the helping verb conjugation, and the third form, okay, the past perfect form, okay, of the main verb will come here and the object will come here. So I'm saying now er hatte ein Ticket, Ticket, okay, ein Ticket gekauft. That is all for this one. Okay, I hope there is no doubt in this one. If you have any doubt, please feel free to tell me now. Okay, er hatte ein Ticket gekauft. And now this is very important. This one for them who had missed last class for Trennwahres Verben. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, this is not very difficult, but if you have not been there in the last class, then this can be important for you. Okay, so he had called his friend. The main verb to call is anrufen. Anrufen is to call on phone. Okay, if you are calling anyone, that is called anrufen. Okay, so now what will happen? The conjugation of the helping verb we will conjugate, not for this one. The past perfect form of this you have to just put here, not conjugation. So I will say I had. How I will say? I will say, one second, let me rub this. I will say, all right. So I will say I had, right? So is hatte. What I have done? Called my friend. My friend, we will take care later. First, you see, I had called. So here, if it is breaking, right, any verb which is Trennwahres Verben, like un separate and rufen separate, That's how it breaks. So here, what you have to do, in between you have to put rufen, gay, right? Not in the beginning. Okay, this is the change. So I will say, is hatte whom angerufen. Angerufen. Ist hatte meinen Freund. Meinen Freund. This is, accusative, because mein friend is der friend. So, ist hatte meinen Freund angerufen. I hope there is no doubt in this part. If you have doubt, please feel free to ping me. I'm just waiting 30 seconds. Okay, now let us go to the next one. She had found the bag. Okay, let me rub this again. So now, if I have to make the sentence for this one, to find, you have to know. Okay, find is finden. Okay, finden. But the perfect form of this is gefunden. Gefunden. Okay, so now how the sentence will look like? I will say, sie hatte die Tasse gefunden. That's how simple it is. I will just say, sie hatte die Tasse gefunden. Any doubt in this? Okay, I will say, sie hatte die Tasse gefunden. Tasse is bag. Okay, gefunden is perfect form. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Perfect form will be always like this. Okay, and now let us go to this, and then we will move to the next one. Okay. Sorry about this. Let me rub this quickly. All right. So I'm saying they had read the book. So they, subject is they, that is Z. So here you see GG is also, GG is hatten. GG hatten. Conjugation is they had, I had, you had, we had, we are hatten, GG also hatten. So how I will make this sentence? It's not very complicated. We will say Sie hatten what they have read the book, right? That will come here. But what read is lesen. So here in the beginning you put gay and lesen. Here this doesn't put t, it is not t here. Okay, this is a different form. So I will say Sie hatten das Buch gelesen. So always this will come at the last form. First subject will come, and then the conjugation of haben, hatten, and then the object, and then the perfect form, okay, for lesen. Okay, so sie hatten das Buch gelesen. So they had read the book. Okay, so now last one, let us see, and then we will move to future. So now let me say I had written a mail. Let me go here and explain. Okay. All right. So I will say I had, let me rub here. All right. So hatten is had, and we are writing the conjugation here is hatte. Okay. This you have to remember. Rest everything is easy. Put here hatte and este. Here it will be same, right? I will just say is ASGS hatte. And wir hatten. Ihr hattet. Sie hatten. So I will say I had, you had, he, she, it had, we had, you guys had, and they had. All right. So now let me just quickly remove this from here, and then let us make a sentence. If I say I had written a letter. Okay. This is the sentence. Okay. So now first what you have to see, that this will be conjugated. Only this will be conjugated. So this is the conjugation. Okay. Hatten, is hatte, du hattest, er, sie, es hatte, wir hatten, Ihr hattet, Sie hatten. And now to strive, write is schreiben. Schreiben. So what is the perfect form? Perfect form of this? Geschrieben. You see this here, EI changed to IE, okay, and this will be EN only. So this is geschrieben. This form you have to see here carefully. What is coming? Ge is coming here. Schreiben, here schreiben is same, but here EI changed to IE, right? So geschrieben. Okay, so this is perfect form of schreiben. So geschrieben. Now let us see this sentence. I had written a letter. So first what you have to do, see the subject is right here, is, and had, this is what you have to conjugate. You don't have to conjugate this one. You have to conjugate only had. So we have already seen here is hatte. So you will write is hatte. Yeah, is hatte. And written, right? He had written, like I had written. So perfect form you have to just remember, that is geschrieben. So I will write is hatte what? Geschrieben. Something I have written, right? Something. That something will come here. That is a letter, right? So this letter, der Brief, brief is letter. So ein Brief. Okay, ein Brief. But in accusative, this masculine changes to einen. This there changes to den. So I will say is hatte here einen Brief geschrieben. As simple as that. Okay, so now let me give you another example, simple ones. Okay, and for all we will do the same. Okay, or just to summarize, let me make it more simpler. Okay, let me make it more simpler. All right, I'm just rubbing this off from here, and so ZZ hatten. Okay, so now I say, let me select a different color. Right. So I will say I had written. I had written. You had written. You had written. He had written. I'm just making it simple for you guys. Okay. We had written. Okay. You guys had written. Okay. And they had written. What they have written, we'll see that. We have already seen. So if we have to make the sentence for this one, it is very simple, right? This one. First you see schreiben, schreiben. What is the perfect form of this? Perfect form. Put ge, and this is irregular one, so it will be geschrieben. EI will change to IE. Rest will be same. So geschrieben. So it will become geschrieben. Geschrieben. Okay. So now I will say is. Let me change again. All right. So I will say is hatte geschrieben. Is hatte geschrieben. You had written. So for you, do what? Hatten, you had is du hattest geschrieben. Du hattest geschrieben. If I say he had written, is er hatte, right? So I will say er hatte geschrieben. So this is not changing. You see, this is not changing. I will say we had written. So wir hatten geschrieben. You guys had written, right? So it will be ihr hattet, geschrieben. When I say they had written, they had written, they had written, so it will be sie hatten geschrieben. Sie hatten geschrieben. I hope everything is clear till here. Okay, there's no doubt. So what I will do now, I will move to the future form, which will be very, very easy. Okay, let me revise this for you. If you have any doubt, feel free to ping in the chat and I will be more than glad to explain you again. Okay, so you have to just remember the conjugation, okay, which we already saw the technique how to remember. So is hatte. This if you know, then remaining you know already. Just put este. So do hattest, you had. Args will be same like is. So this also args hatte. Always you have to remember that in past, always is form and args form will be always same. The conjugated form will be always same in past form for any past. Okay, so is hatte, args also hatte. But here do hattest, add st here. Okay, do hattest. So now what about via? This will be original. Okay, en always. So hatten. This also will be same. Wir hatten, sie hatten. And what about ihr? Just put te. So here you had is hatte, so ihr hattet. Okay. So now if I have to make sentences, right? So how it will be? Schreiben, I already told you that the perfect form is put ge here and this ei will change to e. This is one category that you have to remember, that sometimes whenever you have ei, that will change to ie and then remaining not te here. It will be en only. So geschrieben, this is perfect form. And there will be no change in this. For any subject, there will be no change in the perfect form. That you have to remember. The perfect form doesn't change. Okay. What changes? The conjugated form. Okay. The auxiliary verb, that is had. Right. So this had, hatten, is getting conjugated. And this will remain the same, geschrieben, across all. Right. You see for I also, this is same, here also same. Geschrieben, geschrieben, geschrieben. What is changing is this guy, right? Hatten, based on the conjugation that we just learned, right? So here, excuse me for this. So it is hatte geschrieben, du hattest geschrieben, hatte geschrieben, wir hatten geschrieben, ihr hattet geschrieben und sie hatten geschrieben, right? So they had written is sie hatten geschrieben, you guys is ihr, so ihr hattet geschrieben. Very simple, right? This will be always at the last. So now let us take one last example and then we will move to future. Okay, so if I say I had written a letter, okay, so how this sentence we will form? So first you have to put the subject. This you remember is, and then the conjugation. So is hatte and is hatte, and this perfect form will go on at the last. So I will say is hatte geschrieben, that we have already seen, right? This perfect form will always go at the last. First is subject is, and then the conjugated form of had, right? Hatten, and the perfect form will always go at the last. Always. This you have to remember. So object is what? What he is writing? A letter. That is der Brief or ein Brief. And this is accusative, right? This is the object. So accusative, in accusative what changes? Only masculine changes. So this is masculine, right? So this ein will change to einen, this der will change to den. So I will say is hatte einen and Brief geschrieben. So this is very simple, right? I had written a letter, so it became is hatte einen Brief geschrieben, and this B will be always in capital letter. I hope this is clear, this conjugation, right? Or if I say I had eaten an apple, if I say I had eaten an apple, so essen, to eat is essen. How you have to approach this problem? I'm just explaining. So now you have to know the perfect form of this. Okay, that is gesen. You have to remember this. There's no logic behind this. Sometimes you have to just put here gay will be there and te will be there, but irregular will be changing here. It is en, right? So gegesen, and this you have already seen. So hatten, right? This became is hatter, right? That we have already seen. So now how we will write again this simple one. Let me rub this quickly and then explain you. Simple. Okay. So I will say, see the subject is and is hatter, and essen will go at the last. I will write gegessen, gegessen. There's no problem till here. Is hatte gegessen means I had eaten. What you had eaten will come before gegessen, right? So I will say is hatte einen Apfel gegessen, right? I will say is hatte einen Apfel gegessen. I hope you have understood each and everything till here, okay? And now let us go to the most important topic for today, okay? That is the future form, okay? This Futur eins, okay? This Futur eins we will see now, okay? Futur eins, okay? This is very simple, okay? This one is very simple. What you have to keep in mind, we will practice 5 sentences and then we will call it a day. So before that, first you have to understand how will be the sentence structure. So in English, we see that I will read, right, a book. Okay, this is the structure. So I is there and the subject, right, and then the conjugated verb, and then what verb. This is perfect form of verb, right? Perfect form of verb, and then object. But in German, this is different. What will come first? Subject, and then the conjugated verb, and then the object, and then last form, perfect form of verb. This is the structure, okay, in perfect form, right? But here it is what? Future. So this is very simple. What will happen? This is not a perfect form, right? Here we are now learning future, future tense, right? So now this is very simple. How we will make sentence? We will just quickly see. Before that, just see, take a look at the structure of the sentence. So I will say subject, okay, and the conjugated verb, okay, and then the object, and then the verb, infinitive form, infinitive form, okay. This is the structure for this. Now let us first see the conjugation of will, okay, and then we will keep going. So if you concentrate 5 minutes from now, then you will be able to make sentences in future. This is not very difficult. It is the most easiest of all tenses, okay. So carefully just concentrate here, okay, 5 minutes, and then you will be done with future tense. Now will is, I will and all that is werden, okay, werden. And the conjugation we will do here, okay, the conjugation for is. Let me just write here conjugation, okay, conjugation for is. So here, let me write here itself, is werde. How? En was there, remove this and put e, right? Is werde, right? Is werde. But this doesn't follow the normal, the rules that we have seen. So you have to remember this, okay? Is werde, is werde. So I will, let me just put it here. And is this in the format? No, this is not in the format. So let me put it here, okay? Let me put it here, okay? So that it will be easy for you to remember the conjugation. Just give me a second and we will get started with this. All right. So werden form, okay? So how it will change? So I will say is werde, du wirst ergs wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. So this is how the conjugation is. Okay, so here it doesn't follow a concrete structure, so you have to just remember. Okay, so is werde, and this will change here to I. So is du wirst, ergs wird, and wir werden, ihr werdet, and sie werden. If you know this, then we are almost done with this one. And now let us make sentences. Okay, now let us make sentence. I will say, I will go. If I say I will go, right? So I will say what is werde gehen, right? So this is infinitive form. Verb to go is gehen, and this will be same here. Okay, nothing, no change at all. So just remember that this conjugation you have to do. Rest everything is very simple. So if I say you will go, you will go. So for do, what is the thing that we have learned? So this werden change to do wirst, du wirst gehen, and he see it, er gs, he or she or it will go. So how I will say, er wird gehen. I will go, is werde gehen. You will go, du wirst gehen. He will go, er wird gehen. And they will go, or we will go. So how we will go, we will make, wir werden gehen. Okay, and you guys will go. So I will say, ihr werdet gehen. You see what I'm doing? Just putting the form here. Okay, the infinitive form, no change at all. What is changing here? The werden. Okay, so is werde, du wirst, ergs wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, and sie also werden. So if I say they will go, sie werden gehen. Okay, if you have understood this one, okay, then life is very, very simple. Again, I am reiterating that is werde gehen, I will go. Du wirst gehen, you will go. He will go, er wird gehen, er wird gehen. We will go, wir werden gehen. You see the form werden, right? And you guys will go, ihr werdet gehen. They will go, sie werden gehen, right? And now let us see the sentence. Okay, all right, so now let us see the 5-6 sentences and we will call it a day. I will say I will go to the park. I will say is werde gehen, right? Where we are going? To the park. So I will say in den Park, right? In den Park. See, first subject and then the conjugation of werden is werde, du wirst, er, gs, wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, okay, and sie werden. So I am saying is werde, forget about this first, okay? Just see is werde gehen. So I will go, right? Where he is going? In the park, right? So I'm saying in den Park, okay? Park is der Park, okay? So when there's a motion, movement, so this will be in den, right? Right? So here this accusative, there is den, in den Park. So I will say she will cook dinner. So how I will make this sentence? Sie and sie, ergs, wird. So sie wird, okay? Dinner is das Abendessen. Das Abendessen kochen. Kochen, okay? And then we will visit my friend. Okay, so we is what? Wir, and what is the conjugation? Werden. So wir werden, my friend, you have to visit, right? So my friend is accusative, right? And this is masculine. So this will change to mine, will change to meinen. I will say wir werden meinen Freund, and besuchen is to visit, Besuchen is to visit. Besuchen is to visit, and it will be same. There's no change in future. Okay, so just the same form of verb. Okay, there's no change at all in besuchen, gehen, kochen. Okay, besuchen, everything is same. What is changing? Just the werden form. So is werde, du wirst, es wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden. I will, you will, he will, we will, you guys will, and they will, right? So when I say I will, is werde. You will, du wirst. Er wird, he will. We will is wir werden. And you will, you guys will, ihr werdet. You see the conjugation. This is what is important. Rest everything is simple. And when I say they will, sie werden, right? So now wir werden, right? We will, wir werden. Here you see, wir is werden. So wir werden, whom we are visiting, friend, right? So mein Freund, that will change to meinen Freund because this is masculine and it is accusative, right? So accusative we have already learned in the previous classes. So now let us see this sentence. Okay, they will play football. Okay, so they will play football. So let me go little bit down direct and then I will explain you. Okay, I will say they will play football. Okay, first you have to see this is Z, right? And we have already seen for G, what is the conjugation? Werden. Werden will be always same. Whatever is the verb, will is werden. This will remain the same for wir and G. Wir, werden, and ZZ, werden. This will be same. We have already seen on the top, right? So they will. So what it will become? G werden. You see the play, they will play, right? Forget about football. First you see the verb. So they will play. So G werden spielen, spielen, spielen. Okay, spielen. Okay, Sie werden. Let me rub this. Spielen. Okay, Sie werden spielen. So what they are playing? Football, right? So here it will come before the verb. Okay, just the main verb just before that. So you will say Fußball. Okay, spielen. So Sie werden Fußball spielen. This is the format. Okay, now let us go back again. This we have already seen, and let us go on the top and see 3 4 more and then we will call it a day. So he will buy a book. To buy is what? Buy is kaufen. A book is what? Das Buch, right? Das Buch. So I am telling he will buy a book, right? So will is werden. So ARGS, ARGS, what is the form of werden? Weird, right? It will be weird. So where is that? So I will say er wird. So he will, and buy. He will buy. First make sentence for this. He will buy. So er wird kaufen. There's no change in this, right? This will be the original verb. Whatever the main verb is there, put it in the same format. Don't change anything. And the book. What is he will buy? A book. So ein Buch will come just before the main verb. Ein Buch. So this will become er wird ein Buch kaufen. He will purchase or he will buy a book, right? So now I will clean my room. Okay, let us see this sentence and then I will, let me go down a bit. I will, let us see a simple, I will call you. Okay, yes, I will call you. Simple. So call is what? Anrufen. You have to just remember these verbs. Okay, this is trend varus verb. Okay, so this separates, but here it will not separate because we are just putting in the same format. So first forget about you. Just see I will call. How we will make the sentence. So werden is, werde, du, wirst, er, sie, and es, wird, wir werden, du, ihr werdet, right? And then sie werden. This we already know. I'm just writing this for your benefit. So is werde, I will. Du wirst, you will. He, she, it will. Er, sie, es wird. We will is wir werden. You guys will is ihr werdet. And they will, sie werden, or formal you, like you will, right? So that is sie werden. Okay, this is simple. And now I will call. So is werde, I will, right? So I will write is werde, and call is what? Anrufen. Just write is werde anrufen. I will call. But now the question is whom you will call, right? I'm saying I will call you. So do, right? And in accusative, I have already explained. So do changes to this. If you are not aware of this, watch my previous videos and you will come to know, right? So is werde this anrufen, right? So is werde this anrufen. So I hope everything was clear till here, okay? And if you have understood everything that I have explained till now, then I'm giving you some sentences and you can put this from 41 to 50 in the chat. Okay, make the sentences and put in the chat. I will correct and let you know if you are making any mistake. Okay, you can take support from Google for verbs, but don't try to get everything from the, or otherwise watch my videos where I have explained 200 verbs and it will be clear for you. All right, thanks for this, and we'll meet again in the last class where we will discuss about how to take this exam, A1 exam, okay, and all the portions that are there, how to crack that exam easily, okay. Thanks for your time and wish you a very nice remaining day. Thank you. Bye bye.